What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as a D365 Geek, and today we are talking about Power Automate. We're talking about functions and expressions, and we're going to talk about the items function in the referencing functions section. So what is the item function? The item function allows you to reference and to pull out data for the loop that you're in. So we've covered loops like apply to each and do until in previous videos, but what this allows you to do is actually reference stuff that's going on inside that loop. So let's take a look at it today. I'm in Power Automate here. What I have is a CDS flow. So we have a CDS action that is when a record is updated. Then what we're going to do is we're going to list the records. So I've just got some basic filter criteria in here. It's nothing too fancy, it's just to get back a list of records. Now the reason we're listing records is because we want to do a loop after that. So underneath there I've got my loop. Now this is an apply to each loop that I've just renamed loop 1. And all this is doing is we're going to create a new record for every one of the records that we are listing. So in here we're just creating a task with the subject test. It's regarding the accounts, and that's why we've got this loop here. Now inside this loop I have this compose action, so this is what we're going to use today. So inside the compose action I can click on inputs, I can go to expressions, scroll down until we get to referencing functions. Here we go. And then we have this one here called item. So it says when used inside a repeating action, the function returns that is in the item is in the iteration of the array that for this iteration of the action. So what that means is we are basically going to pull out information from inside of this loop. So if I click item in here, that's actually all we need, and this will return some information. So let's click OK and let's test it. So I'm going to use a previously run flow. It also failed, that's great. But we'll run it here and hopefully this will work. It works, yay. So what this has done is it's simulated the record being updated from a previously run flow. It's going to list the records that we're getting back. Then we are going to loop over these records. So we can kind of see that it's showing 1 of 2. So there are 2 here. So we're creating a new record, and then in this compose action we have some inputs and some outputs. So this is basically referencing what we are doing in this create action. So in this create action we've got this body here that says subject test regarding object ID, these pieces of information here. And then in here we can see again the same thing. So we can see a bit more information. We can see the link to the API that it's doing. So it's looking up against the account reference, the account ID. We're getting the name test 1. We're getting some information about when this the records that we're actually updating themselves and stuff like that. So this is actually referencing information that we are using in this flow and in this action here. What we can do as well is we can actually pull out information as well. So if I go back to edit, and if I minimize that in the items, I can pull out information here. So if I put this and put dot created on, this is going to pull out information from this loop that we're in. So if I click on test and run the same test again, it's going to loop through those records, and then the compose that we're getting out this timestamp here. So this is actually referencing. So what we're doing is we are creating a task, but this is referencing the account that it's regarding as well. So in the list records action, what we are doing is we are saying for every one of those we want to pull something out and do something. So we're not actually referencing the the action itself, this create step here, we're referencing everything that is looping through this action. So all of these list records, every time we go to a new record, we can see we get a slightly different answer and different thing. So that's why this is really powerful, is that we can reference what is going on inside a loop as we're going through. So that's really cool. I can see a lot of functionality around this, especially if you're trying to pull out key bits of information or use those later on. But as always, let me know what you guys use this for in the comments down below. If you like this video, please like and please share it with your friends. If you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to, you can follow me on social media. All the details are at the end, and I'll see you next time.